Megaherzzz. You're listening to Megaherzzz on 4ZZZ.
You're Megaherzzz on 4ZZZ. I've got a really interesting show in store today on Megaherzzz. I am having Omar from Justice for Palestine, Magandjin, in on the show. But before we get into that, I would like to acknowledge that we are broadcasting from the stolen lands of the Turrabul and Jaggera people. Their sovereignty over this land was never ceded. We stand in solidarity here at Megaherzzz in their fight for justice. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. And we'd like to extend that respect to people who experience the violence of colonialism all around the world, especially the people of Palestine. Solidarity, and it's really important that we stay in tune with these issues. Let's hear some songs.
Celebrate half a century of underground radio, subcultural creativity and independence at Z50, Saturday 25th of October at Roma Street, Parklands.
A core event as part of 4ZZZ's 50th anniversary.
Joined by a wonderful menagerie of musical denizens from 4ZZZ's past and present. Catch The Saints, 73 to 78.
Regurgitator,
Tropical Storm,
Full Flower Moon Band,
Big Noter,
Butterfingers,
Scream Feeder,
Nice Biscuit,
Party Dozen,
Dancing Water,
Flanger Panties,
Platonic Sex,
and Velociraptor.
2 stages, no crossovers. Tickets via Oztix.
on sale now.
Z50, a celebration of 50 years of 4ZZZ radio.
Oh my God, we just got a subscriber! Woo! We'll see when your name pops up. So exciting. Thank you so much for keeping community radio alive, sending you that warm inner glow right now. So on to it. Ian just told me then that we have a lot of subscribers that did not resubscribe during Radiothon. So if you have your 4ZZZ card handy, why don't you flip it over and take a look at the back and see if that expiry date was saying August of last year, because check it out. Have a look. I'm sure that there's some kind of new subscriber prize coming up, but also you can get that warm in the glow without getting a prize, you know. Give it a go. Subscribe to 4ZZZ like that person just did just then. Oh, another subscriber. Yay! Thank you so much. We have made... Oh, that was D from Marika. Thank you, D from Marika. Okay, we have made a commitment here on Megaherzzz that every week we are documenting the femicide in Australia. I would like to give a content warning for the next 5 minutes, so if you need to tune out for self-care, please do so, but tune back in. So we've made a commitment here on Megaherzzz to document the unlawful killing of women in Australia. And unfortunately, this week there have been 2 documented women killed. We get our information from Sherele Moody. She's an independent media person, and she works really hard. The work she does is so important. So if you have the resources or even just the time to go give her a follow, buy a t-shirt, please do so. She's incredible and she does such important work. We have to report the murder of Athena Georgopoulos. She matters. She was 5 months pregnant and was murdered by a man. He's in custody. She was a 39-year-old mother who was 5 months pregnant. What's said on the site is her aunt told a media outlet the proud mom-to-be and her partner had been together for 3 years, and the baby marked the start of a new chapter in their lives. She said Athena was exceedingly happy the last time they spoke, just nights before they were killed. So her and her partner were killed. She was so looking forward to having a baby because she was 39 and she never thought that she could have one. So the man who took her life took her child's as well. Also, another another woman, which we have less information about. A woman in her 20s was just reported on this morning. She died after she was assaulted at her home in Rutherford, New South Wales. That occurred at 5 a.m. this morning. She matters. These women matter. This is so horrific. We shouldn't have to report on this every single week, but we do. These women matter and change needs to happen. DV Connect support line is 1-800-737-732. If you need support, 1-800-RESPECT. Reach out. Okay, thank you for listening in, and I hope that you all can practice self-care and look after yourselves.
Sick of carrying a boombox everywhere you go? But miss your beloved 4ZZZ shows when you leave it behind? Get the Community Radio Plus app from your phone's app store now. It's 15% smaller than the average app and packed with at least 500 times more attitude, 500 times more independent journalism, 500 times more local and Aussie music, 500 times more representation of subcultures. Download Community Radio Plus and save 4ZZZ and Z Digital as favorites using this little red heart icon now. But wait, there's more! If you install Community Radio Plus in the next 5 minutes, you will get a free dose of warm inner glow. Get Community Radio Plus from your app store now.
You're tuned in to Megaherzzz on 4ZZZ, and I am joined in the studio with Omar from Justice for Palestine, Magandjin. Thank you so much for joining me, Omar.
Thank you for having me, Sisi.
To start off, can I ask you about your role at Justice for Palestine, Magandjin, and a bit about the organisation?
Yes, for sure. My name is Omar Ashur. I am an organizer with Justice for Palestine, Magandjin. I am also one of the two spokespeople, along with Rima Naji. And Justice for Palestine has been a voice advocating for, Palestinian rights and, as indicated in the name, for justice for Palestinian people and supporting the plight of Palestinian people inside Brisbane. That for the last 15 years, Justice for Palestine organizes rallies, typically like outside of the current genocide, periodic rallies and events, cultural activities and things like that to promote and support the plight of the Palestinian people.
Such important work. So you're currently organising the nationwide march version in Brisbane across the Story Bridge. Can you tell us about the process of doing that?
Yes, absolutely. We, as the situation has been quickly deteriorating in Gaza since Israel broke the ceasefire, the latest ceasefire in April, and there has been an increasing groundswell of community support, and we have seen that in an increase in the number of people who attend our rallies and support our activities. And then finally, after the iconic or historic march against the Harbour Bridge in Sydney, with approximately 300,000 people showing up for the event, that has really motivated many people, across all the communities in Queensland and in other states as well, actually across the country. And there has been a call for a day of action on the 24th, Sunday the 24th, in Brisbane. We're doing something that is iconic to us here, which is the Story Bridge. But this thing is also happening across 19 other Australian cities. It's not only happening in Brisbane on the 24th. It's going to be a historic day.
It is. So there has been a little bit of pushback from the police, and there has, from what I know, there's been a mediation today, and there's a press conference currently. What can you tell us about that communication that's happening?
Yes, sure. So the process that we followed in accordance with the Peaceful Assembly Act is that we have submitted a notice of intention to the police, and the process says that if they have any issues with it, they have to call for a mediation, which they have done, and that happened this morning. Unfortunately, the discussions in the mediation are bound by confidentiality, so we're not able to disclose what happened in the mediation exactly, but the outcome was not exactly positive. We wouldn't call it that. However, the onus now is also on the police to take this matter further to court or not and allow this to occur, because in reality, the Peaceful Assembly Act allows people to protest, of course, as long as it is peaceful. And as far as we see, what we are calling for, which is the march on the 24th, is in accordance with this act.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think that it's important that the community knows about this march?
Well, there's a few things. So the situation in Gaza is, as I said, deteriorating by the day. And the reason it is deteriorating by the day is that Israel has been given impunity from the international community, which Australia is one of. There has been, for more than a year now, an assessment by the ICJ that says that Israel is potentially committing Israel is plausibly committing a genocide. A genocide is not a small thing to happen. So the world, the international community, I'm talking here about the governments, know the situation in Gaza, know how quickly it is deteriorating and how quickly people are dying from malnourishment, from being shot while lining up for aid, or from direct bombardment. An average of 100 people a day are dying in Gaza for these three causes. That is in addition to all the indirect impact that's happening to the people in Gaza, of long-term effects of not being properly nourished as for children in critical growing ages. These things would impact them for lifelong. Children in Gaza, for example, haven't been to school for 2 years. They lost 2 academic years. This is a great crime against 2 million people. It's not just 50 people. So this is the situation. The governments of the world have allowed this to happen. The people of the world need to tell their governments that this is not acceptable and this is not in our name. And that's why we call on everyone in Queensland, or everyone in Brisbane at least, to come and join our march on Sunday. It's not a political position in one side per se. It is a political position in the side of humanity, but also justice. Because as Palestinians, we're not only just asking for ending the violence against us, but we're also asking for our rights as equal human beings that, deserve rights like every other human being across the globe. And that's what we're calling on everyone to come and march with us, to join us hand in hand and make this a historic day.
Thank you so much, Omar. Really appreciate that. We're talking about real human beings here going through things that a lot of us in Australia could never even comprehend or understand. So aside from marching, is there anything that you urge us to do as the community? I guess, public support would be
would be the best thing. There's currently 175 community organizations, faith-based groups, grassroots organizations, unions, etc., that have endorsed this march. And we'd like that number to go up. We'd like every organization in Brisbane to come out and publicly support us and publicly support their fellow human beings in Gaza.
Absolutely. So what time should people arrive and where should they come on Sunday?
The gathering location is at Raymond Park in Kangaroo Point at 1 p.m. on Sunday, the 24th of August. There's going to be a few speeches there, a few chants, and then we plan to march from there onto Main Street all the way across the Story Bridge and disperse at Centenary Park in the Valley. There's also an accessible point, which is shorter than that for people who have, prefer a shorter walk, and that would be clear. Like I wouldn't be able to describe it right now, but it would be clear on our socials. So also everyone who's listening, please follow our socials, Justice for Palestine Magandjin. And there's a lot of details on there in terms of the route, the gathering point, transport options, and many other things.
And those listening, please share that around as well.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, just hoping to see everyone there. All the lovely, diverse segments of our community just coming together to make a statement, a march for humanity.
Absolutely.
A march for Gaza on the 24th.
Thank you so much, Omar. I really appreciate your time. Please come to the march next Sunday. Please share that around. Share it to your community. It's so important that we show up. It's there's real people we're marching for. So please. I want to say thank you to Damien from Red Hill for subscribing twice. Maybe Damien subscribed their pet. Who knows? Thanks for listening to Megaherzzz on 4ZZZ.
Isn't that what feminism is about?